Hello, my name is Nicholas Farri, and the topic I am going to be discussing is quiet firing. Something you might not know is that 73% of US workers have experienced quiet firing tactics, according to ZEDI. This is important to know because you or somebody you will know will likely experience this in your lifetime. This is something to look out for because it damages work relations and work ethic within the whole company. Quiet firing is usually conveyed using passive aggressive strategies that give employees no other option than to quit. What is quiet firing? Quiet firing is where managers fail to provide proper training and support to advance employees further in the company. This can look like a manager not training an employee for a promotion, or even not including them in company updates to keep them performing at their best. Another time this can be seen is when managers just completely give up on an employee. Instead of providing support and training, the manager will just stop trying to help them to get them to quit by themselves. If this is such a big issue, then why do companies do it to begin with? Companies quiet fire mainly to cut costs and avoid turnover. They cut costs by not promoting employees and stop giving them raises, and avoid turnover by not firing them themselves. We will see later that this is completely backwards because quiet firing costs the company much more money and turnover than simply fixing the problem. Potential effects. Some of the biggest effects of quiet firing include higher turnover rates, a damaged reputation, and a decline in company morale. Higher turnover rates are more drastic for the business because they risk losing talent that will take a long time to train to get back to that level. When a company is refusing to work with an employee and makes them feel worthless, that employee is going to tell others about how they feel about the company. By doing this, it hurts the brand's image and will be seen as a place that is not good to work at. A decline in company morale is bound to happen when people are being quietly fired because it makes them feel like they are not good enough workers. This lowers the other employees' morale because they might lose a friend to this or feel like they will be next to be quietly fired. Quiet firing has many different impacts on HRM functions, including staffing, training and development, employee relations, and compensation and benefits. This has an impact on staffing because when an employee is fired, they must be replaced, and this costs money and time, both equally valuable. This impacts training and development because employees who are not supported in this area are more likely to leave, according to Lucier and Hendon. Thirdly, employee relations is affected because it involves coaching, counseling, and conflict resolution. All three of these subcategories are neglected when an employer is quietly firing someone, which means it impacts this category greatly. Lastly, compensation and benefits is affected because they relate to how employees are rewarded. If an employee feels that they are not being rewarded for their job, it can feel like they are being quiet fired. So then what is the answer to this problem? The four main solutions I found to this problem are employee wellness programs, educating management, communicating expectations, and employee surveys. Employee wellness programs help employees learn how to manage work-related and even non-work-related stress, according to Caldwell from ResearchGate. This is a great solution as it helps the employees' mental health and gives them resources to stay healthy at home and at work. Educating management about modern culture can help eliminate quiet firing because they will learn that the new generation of workers isn't scared to speak their mind. They will go and find another job if they feel like they are being treated unfairly, and then they will tell everybody how they feel about the company. Communicating expectations would be my number one solution to this problem, as it gets rid of the number one reason for employees quitting. According to Talon, 48% of workers quit because they feel that the work they are expected to do was not discussed when being onboarded. Lastly, employee surveys are important because they let management know that how they are feeling about the workload and operations of the company. If many employees feel that a certain manager is being too overwhelming at work, the higher managers will train and manage the manager to do better. In conclusion, quiet firing might seem to be the easy way out of a difficult conversation, but it only makes matters worse. There are simply solutions to the problem, and these solutions will maximize profits and morale around the workplace. But work needs to be done, and conversations need to be had to get there. My reflection. During the assignment, I researched a problem that I thought I would closely connect to. I then found the solution to the problem through a matter of research and finding case studies along with real world experience. Something I learned was how to properly communicate with an employee that needs more than what they're earning and not to just give up on them. I am proud of the resources and reputable authors I was able to compile to use in my assignment. If I had to do it all over again, I would use more statistics to be able to portray my message across easier. Thank you for listening.